Hello and welcome back to Music History at Educator.com. So we've been talking about the Romantic period, and now, today, for example, we shall talk about the concerto of the Romantic period. So let's just dive right in and see what we find. So, concerto. We know that's a solo piece. So it's a piece for a soloist with orchestra. It could be any number of instruments that are used, a flute concerto, a piano concerto, a trumpet concerto, etc., etc. And that started back in the Baroque when it was really a product of virtuosity. So, remember the Baroque? Well, virtuosity is back. If you remember in the classical period with the concerto, the virtuosity was kind of shelved in favor of maybe a simpler approach to melody and form and sort of this more tight-knit aspect. Well, virtuosity is back. So combine everything we've learned about Romantic music and imagine a concerto. What that means is we've learned about programmatic music, where different things in the music are supposed to represent things outside of the music. So maybe it tries to tell a story. But we also have these really bombastic, grandiose symphonies. So take that, multiply by 100, and you have the concerto. Okay, obviously what I mean are these Romantic concerti are pretty intense and pretty over the top. So it starts with Beethoven, yet again. Yes, Beethoven. I've used him as an example about 100 times, and probably 100 more before the end of this course. But really, the concerto was an attempt to sort of copy or mimic the symphony sound with one person. So what that does is it gives that one person, let's say on the piano, they have to sort of imitate all the voices of an orchestra in just their part. That results in some pretty intense, pretty crazy, pretty over the top, very difficult pieces that require more trained performers. And that's key to the development of other music as we get into the 20th century and on up through the 20th to today, for example, the need for more trained performers. So conservatories are more necessary.